Okay, you all, I'm going to probably, can you all hear me? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Hey, Mimi. Hey, Deidre and Pooh. Okay, you all, bear with me. Can you all hear me? Okay, thank you, Mimi. Now, I said I was going to do this with this. Dang, I don't even know what to push, how to even get moderators. Hold up, you all. Pin message, move channel. Oh, I see. Okay, you all. Hey, everyone. I don't know why it seems like nobody can hear me, but I know you all can. I'm just trying to get these moderators together just in case these fools start coming in. Um, so let me greet everyone who's here. Oh, I did already. Hey, Cindy, how are you? Hey, pretty lady. Okay, here we are today. As you all, some of you all know, from my not from my understanding. Hey, Rena. Hey, D. Patricia. Shinna, she went live today, and definitely went live to start trouble. If you all listened to her live today, she said that she was trying to get back in the algorithm. So I guess she decided she wanted to use myself, Vibes, and Vibes Queen to get in the algorithm. But she wanted to use me for her lives. Okay. And the one thing I'm not about to do is play with her. And I'm not about to go back and forth because you're not going to use me to be able to make some money. If you all, I don't know if anyone heard her today. She said, I'm trying to get back in this algorithm. And then at the end, she wanted cash apps. Speaking of cash apps, if you all recall, she was just this early this month begging for $400 for her to move. Not even a week later, she ended up in Chicago. She did that same thing when she said she was going to New Orleans, and she ended up in Denver. But anyway, so today I didn't even hear her whole live. I should have listened to her entire live. So maybe you all might want to tell me some things that she said. But she went on live today, and I noticed what she's doing because this LA Vlogs nigga and Jesse James got my name in their mouth because Jesse James actually started. She's just as bad as Shinna. Rena, she can tell you because she experienced it too. But several others. Dominique mentioned it too. This woman has been going from panel to panel, lying on people. And so she had lied and said that I said something about LA Vlogs. I've never even mentioned his name. I had no idea that he and Yarvo fell out. I knew that they were not on the panel, and Yarvo explained that how he wanted his panel and channel to be. But I didn't know it was no big fight. I thought it was just like, hey man, I'm just gonna chill. Oh yeah, I understand. So anyway, she went over there talking about Vibes Queen and Golden, and Golden is was talking. No, that Golden was talking about her and him, and I was like, I don't even know what he's talking about. And the dude went off on me, and I told him I was not talking about him. The next day, she did it again. This woman is another Shinna Speaks. Yeah, her name is Jesse James. I don't know who was in that Vibes is Live the night when Marcus went on her panel, but she was, I guess, trying to confront Vibes, and then she said something to me, and I guess she wanted us to denounce Marcus and his shenanigans. This was before. This was before this incident that has occurred. So anyway, since she started coming after everybody, so of course everybody's going to respond. She went on Yarvo's channel lying for attention, saying that all these people was jumped her. Like, if you address everybody, they're going to respond back. Anyway, Humble tried to talk to her, and she just hollered and screamed. Humble never was able to even talk to her because she was lying then. Dominique told me that she lied on him. So here he is, an habitual liar. Like, after a while, you know just to not believe it. But apparently this LA Vlogs, he's slow. So every time, just because he's cool with Jesse, and she's like, really, she's just like a Marcus. She's taking advantage of somebody who's slow. Like, you know he's slow, and you know now you can tell him anything and he's going to react. You're taking advantage and you're manipulating. So that's why you can't stand Marcus so much, because he does it. And if you all notice, if you've been listening to LA Vlogs lives, he could be talking about apples and she'll slowly just keep throwing in stuff trying to talk about vibes or golden. Now, let me first clear this up about LA Vlogs. Don't get to lying on me or letting somebody on your panel lie on me. And then you wonder when somebody goes to Vibe's panel while they're discussing you, because you're letting somebody come on your panel and straight say that I was calling that girl fast. I ain't never called that teenager fast. I said what I said, and I ain't going to keep repeating it. Yes, I said I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt, because what I was meaning was I want to wait and hear all the facts before I jump to conclusions. Either way, he's going to be in trouble because she's underage. But I still want to know the facts. It's just as well as somebody take somebody out and murder them. Did they just go and just take a person out, or did they do it for self-defense? That is exactly what I was saying about giving them the benefit of the doubt. Was he lied on or not? Yeah, he gonna be in trouble either way. And but you can't sit up here and try to make a person be a straight criminal when they had no knowledge of it. Now, what he's doing with younger adults, yeah, they're too young, because we already know they're naive and gullible. Just like LA Vlog is naive and gullible. And just like Jesse James know that. But since we're speaking of it, they want to keep trying to attack Marcus as moderators. We don't ask to be we have never asked to be Marcus's moderator. There may be people out there who say, oh, I want to be your moderator. I didn't do that. I was a subscriber. And one day while I was in his chat, he gave me a wrench. One day when Vibes was in the chat, he gave her a wrench. Okay? Now, I think it's really strange about, because I'm going to get to you, Shinna, but since I see now, you see that what these people are doing, you want to jump on the bandwagon and try to use them to think, yeah, keep going after them. You like happy, like, yeah, they got somebody after Golden now. So you created this live today, and you know they stupid. And I know you, Shinna, because we used to talk behind the scenes, and you're taking advantage of the situation. You gonna F around and mess yourself up playing with me and my family and lying on my family. Anyway, when it comes to LA Vlogs, dang, it was something I was going to say. Anyway, this woman is just over here. Oh, she's sitting over here talking about like she wanted us to denounce Marcus because we're moderators. Then I come to find out she is cool with, and I'm not even here to attack Opinionated, but I'm telling the facts. She is cool with Opinionated News. 1 minute, y'all. I accidentally removed myself. Put a 1 in the chat if you all can hear me. Y'all can't hear me? Oh, okay, good. Thank you, JR. So anyway, this Jesse James, she is friends with Opinionated News. For those who don't know, Miss Opinionated News, I remember when Open mentioned that she had met somebody from Detroit and she was cool with him. And now I remember it was Jesse James, okay? Jesse James, how I discovered that she and I realized that was the same person is because Open had dropped down in somebody's chat. Jesse told her, oh, I miss you. And Open said, I'm going to call you. So you mean to tell me you over here harassing some people who are moderators of Vibes of Marcus, and your homegirl who you're friends with, she's still a moderator because see, about 2 weeks ago, she dropped down. She not only is she a moderator, but she likes Marcus. She calls Marcus her best friend. Do you all remember when she would call Marcus her best friend? So this, you know what, is doing this thinking that they're going to come for me because she got removed from Vibes' channel. So this is her way to get back, to keep making up stories and lying. And every time she hears a story, she inserts her name in it when nobody's talking about her. Now the new story is I ain't never mentioned nothing about doxing anybody. I swear these people are slow. I mentioned that I would find out who these people are, like these trolls. But some kind of way, she's listening to the live, and she decided that the shoe was gonna fit and wear it. But then she made some stuff up. I ain't never said, because ain't nobody. I don't care what anybody say. If you know the definition of doxing, I don't dox. I've never put anybody's information on this platform publicly. Now, if I need to find out, and I don't usually do that, but if you bothering me, yeah, I need to know who they are. You want my attention. But we're nobody even talking about Jesse. But to think about it, thank you, Jesse. Maybe I will add you on the list so I can know exactly who it is that's messing with me and lying and defaming me. So just in case, we might have to have a legal battle. Okay? Where you're going to have to put your money where your mouth is. Because I can prove everything you said is a lie. And you can never prove anything. Ain't no receipts that exist with the stuff you're doing. But you're doing it because you're dealing with somebody who's slow. So anyway, so basically Shinna has found her. If you all remember, what Shinna does is when there's a new person, a new kid on the block, she'll go over there and try to act like she's so nice. Hi, I'm the new neighbor. If you need anything, knock on the door. By the way, that lady down the way, don't even bother them. Girl, honey, they messy. She want to try to build, you know what I'm saying, trying to take advantage of the new neighbors so that they won't be friends with the other neighbors. You know, that y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So if you all recall, she did that to me on Allie's panel. Came up there and she lied and said that I was messing with all the interviewees when everybody knows Shinna was the one. And thank God Yana dropped down in her chat and said no. She said she told Allie that I was harassing Yana and the interviewees. Yana dropped down in the chat. She was in the bushes and was like, no, Miss Shinna, it was you, not Golden. She did that with ZX. She went on ZX's panel and said, ZX, yeah, you know, Golden, she be mad. She don't like you. She don't even like you. And she don't like it when you talk about Marcus. I ain't never had a conversation with her like that. People talk about Marcus all the time. And a lot of stuff they saying is true. So why do I care? Marcus ain't my man. But what she didn't know, like I told ZX, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't even be sending you cash apps when you would do your commentary. She didn't know that. And ZX was like, yeah. See, she thought like, if I didn't like ZX, what would I be sending him a cash app for? If I don't like a nigga, why would I do that? But see, she didn't know that. See, she got busted then. Then she went and did a whole live for like 2 hours about Troy and I. Troy's World, yeah. She was over there trying to make people hate Troy. She was lying, and then she was saying that I was Troy's moderator. Yeah. So here we go again. She's slow anyway, but they deserve each other with the LA vlogs. Here she come, now going live, and is going to sit up here and say, now you didn't really did it, okay, bitch? Playing with my family. Talking about my daughter, my brother touched on my daughter. Bitch, that ain't never happened. And I ain't never told you no shit like that. And let me tell you how anybody who got good sense would know she lying. Remember when she went on her mission? Because see, the reason why I remember when she doxed me, she did it because I didn't want to mess with her no more. Like, damn, these people get obsessed with you. And because I didn't want to fool with her anymore, she decided, like, she has no reason why she did all of that. She went on a mission and she was talking about me and lying on me for like a month or two straight, if you all recall. Now, when she was doing that lying, she was talking about my family. But now all of a sudden, here's a new story. She ain't never told this lie, but she's making up this lie because she's riding off of commentary. Well, he's a damn PDF. She's the one who supports PDFs. King of commentary. We got all of the receipts. Matter of fact, that old Nola over there been posting. Okay? His kids came on the platform. I got receipts to show that his two wives are related to each other. And he decided because it came out, I discovered it. He wanted to make up some stories. Oh, Golden brother been touching on her. Just making up lies, right? Oh, and so basically the lie today from Shinna is my daughter was bothered and by my brother. Why you didn't tell that story last year, Sheena, while you was telling all the other stories? We ain't been talking ever since. How come you forgot that story while you was lying about all the other stories? Huh, Sheena? See, what them people are gonna understand is like the LA vlogs. He's so slow and stupid. He gonna realize that Sheena is a liar too, but he deserve it because he got Jesse James over there, who is Marcus's moderator. She's a friend of Marcus's moderator. I got a screenshot. They got each other's phone numbers, but you over here fucking with me. Call Open, and Open, I ain't trying to get you in the middle of this, but I ain't gonna be playing with your friend. Like, everybody knows Sheena's a motherfucking liar. How come she didn't? Did anybody hear this story last year about my brother messing with my daughter? And then I see somebody in the comment section, which is a troll. Instead of yeah, I fucking said it, their name is yeah, I said it, talking about yeah, and he messed with her son too, and he gay. My kids ain't never been messed with, and I ain't never shared no motherfucking story like that. And my son is not gay, and like I said before, if he was, and that including both of my children, I would still love him either way. But it's a whole motherfucking lie. And bitch, you gonna keep it going just because you a broke, low down, nothing ass bitch. Bitch, you gonna keep it going and you gonna find your ass up in here. I want you to come to LA. Bitch, you ain't coming to LA about no cuz of going no for the police. Bitch, bring your ass down here. I'm sick of you. Bring your ass down here so we could go head up. You ain't gonna keep playing with my family, but you're gonna end up down here because I'm gonna file this lawsuit on your motherfucking ass and you keep playing. And don't think because you ain't got no money, you ain't gonna pay. Because, bitch, I know how to get the money. You're gonna be hustling your ass off with cash apps. That's what the fuck you gonna be doing. Like how you hustled and lied and got that money to go to Chicago. Like how the fuck you gonna sit up there and say you ain't have money to move, and then the next week you slapped them people right in the face and was up in Chicago. Make it make sense. Make that shit make sense. Bitch, you gonna stop playing with me. Yeah, you just said in your live, I'm trying to get in the algorithm. So you think you're gonna use Vibes Queen and Golden? Bitch, you gonna get in that algorithm, but it's gonna be in a way you ain't gonna want it to be. And bitch, don't think because you moving, I don't gonna know where you are, okay? Like you gonna lie and talk about, yeah, because she get information from notaries. Well, if you really believe that, you know you're lying. But if you really believe that, you wouldn't even be fucking with me now. Because even though you moving, since you say I got this information and can do this, then you know I would know where the fuck you are. Bitch, you cannot hide. And I can show you better than I can tell you. I can show you better than I can fucking tell you, bitch. You the same bitch. I shared it on my wall. You the same one with the people from the R. Kelly sector said that you were supporting R. Kelly and you were saying that those kids were the ones. And they caused that. That's what you said. And let me clear this shit up about Marcus. Like I said, I'm his fucking moderator. That's it. And I ain't no motherfucking punk, okay? Ain't nobody gonna punk me into saying something that I don't feel. I know Marcus ain't shit, and I've said it. But do you think I'm gonna jump on a hate train to fucking satisfy somebody? Yeah, no. Like I said, I'm waiting to hear the outcome of this shit. I already know he gonna be in trouble either way. I really don't give a fuck. Don't come playing with me in my name, and that go for any motherfucking body. And like I said, if every motherfucker I catch saying something, I'm keeping up with your name of your page. I'm gonna tell you just like that. I'm gonna show y'all, you fucking with the wrong person. So don't think you can hide. As long as you don't fuck with me, it's no reason for me to look for you. So keep believing the liars about this doxing shit. And Shinna can't show no motherfucking proof of all this shit. And to talk about that I was sending shit with Marcus. I don't even communicate with Marcus. That bitch was the one communicating with Marcus. Now let's keep it all the way real since everybody want to know about Shinna. Last year, like around in August, she was cool with Marcus. In September, she was cool with Marcus. What she did, because she and I had gotten into... She was mad because she saw I was not fucking with her no more. This bitch is obsessed. You got to be careful with who you befriend, because you want to separate yourself. It's almost she want to hang on. She want to hang on. It was no reason for her to do what she did. She should have just went on her way like I was going on with mine. So, damn, I done forgot I was going to say about this monkey looking bitch. Anyway, let me read the chat. So the bitch is a liar. So anybody, these new people who come in with this shit, and Jesse James, you keep fucking with me, I'm going to show you better than I could tell you. Yeah, you keep going on that man's page and trying to throw my name up in there with that bullshit and them lies. Ho, you'll be paying for it with Shinna. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Shinna was cool with Marcus. When she and I separated ourselves, she kept going live trying to throw a spread a false narrative and was saying something about Marcus's moderators. And she kept tagging Marcus, right? I didn't say nothing to Marcus because I don't communicate with Marcus like that. But I was like, she already know how Marcus is because Marcus told her about that a long time ago about her, like when she would, if you tagging about something somebody didn't say it anyway, and then putting his name, he didn't want his name in the algorithm like that, whatever. So anyway, she was doing that to get Marcus's attention. She wanted Marcus to side with her or to unmod us or whatever, because she kept going live and was making up stuff talking about Marcus's mods is messing with her people. Just a bunch of lies. Her people ain't got no receipts of that, and ain't none of that ever happened. When her people came in that chat, they was in there. Okay, nobody got bothered. Anyway, so Marcus was ignoring it. Anyway, one day she went live and she came out here and was talking about how Marcus sent her a text. She never went into details, but you could tell something had taken place because next thing you know, she started on the Marcus hate train. All of a sudden, she woke up and she saw the light, right? Everybody like, oh, I'm so glad you finally saw the light. That bitch is a liar. Because one day, I remember one time she was live and she actually still mentioned something about, yeah, because some of them women, it was like she knew what time it was. But now that Marcus, so anyway, she was basically said she saw the light. So she started on the Marcus hate train. And one day we were on live and I kept saying there's something with that, like she said Marcus sent her a text, but she never went into details. So it must be something. And now all of a sudden she hate no Marcus. So finally, I guess Marcus was in the bushes and Marcus sent me a copy of the text, which we shared it before. And it explained it because he wanted to separate himself from her. That's why she went on this hate train. Let's keep it all the way real, okay? She was known for licking Marcus's ass. This was her brother. I ain't never called the man, oh, that's my brother, and I got men and my family. I didn't never go to that extent. I mean, to that degree. She's a damn lie. And like I said, these motherfuckers can jump on that train. All she gonna do is make them look even dumber than what they already looking. Her and Jesse Jane, all manipulative. They all manipulative. They all the same. Period. Wait a minute. Let me go and check because I know I'm missing a whole bunch of shit. This bitch wanted my attention so motherfucking bad. Bitch, you gonna sit there and fucking lie on my motherfucking family? What you jealous of? And then talk about they live with and she taking his check and all that. Bitch, please. My brother actually does not live with me. He's just over here because he helps with my parents. Well, my mother rather now. But see, you gonna fuck around and get yourself hurt randomly fucking with the wrong people because you don't know nothing about my brother. You don't know who he is and who he is involved with. And you'll be fucking around and get your ass fucked off, and then you'll be sitting there crying and shit at the end, trying to be a victim. And bitch, speaking of all of this, let's talk about your grandson. Bitch, I was the one supporting you when that nigga Ken Nola was over there dragging you and your whole family, posted your ugly ass daughter up. Yes, I'm calling her ugly ass daughter because she grown. And I'm saying it because the bitch fucked with mine. And let's keep it all the way real. Mine looked better than hers. Okay. He posted your daughter. He was posting, doxing you, posting your grandbaby, putting egg plaques in the grandbaby's mouth, talking about how he was going to have his brother do all kind of stuff. Oh yeah. Don't go live now to try to pull everybody away while I'm talking about your ass. Talking about how you was going to put, he was going to put what he was going to do to the grandbaby sexually. And you was crying on that phone for months after months after months after months. Let's keep it all the way real. I had no issue with Kendall. I don't know why this nigga keep fucking with me. He only started fucking with me because I was friends with you and I supported you. Okay? So because he started fucking with me for no reason, I was like, hey, I said, well, shoot, you're going to have to do something about it or make some reports. And I was sharing that child exploitation line. After I reached out to child exploitation and they said, yeah, that is a crime to be talking, doing whatever he was doing. And I shared it out and told everybody to report it. Remember, Shinna? Remember? Them same people that act like that they cool with you, they didn't do all of that. You came to me crying. They didn't give a fuck about your grandson like I shouldn't have. Bitch, you the one, okay? You are the one. You're a fucking liar. And you keep up a whole bunch of shit. And after this motherfucking live, bitch, I'm done with you. Bring your ass on. I'm going to make you bring your ass on to LA. Like you talking that shit and all that shit and showing your monkey ass. Bitch, I will make you come to LA. And don't think you won't be paying me when I win this case. Don't think because you a broke nothing ass bitch that I won't win. Don't think I don't know how to get the money, even if it take me 10 years. Bitch, I'll be watching you until the day your monkey ass drop dead. Don't play with me, ho. Now let me read some of these comments. I know I probably can't even go all the way up. I can't even go all the way up. Yeah, this Jessie Jane who running her motherfucking mouth, she's friends with Marcus's moderator, the one who be on LA Vlogs live. And Marcus's moderator is crazy about Marcus. She calls him her best friend. Okay, let me see. He said he got ran over by a car, not hit by ran over. Oh, I don't know who that is. Okay. Hey, everybody. I guess I can't even say hello to everybody, but who had got ran over by a car? What's up, everybody? Rosha, Patricia, Just, JR, Lady, Pretty Lady. I know I'm missing somebody, so don't D Dirty. Don't think I'm skipping over you. Vibes Queen. How did he not know if he is saying he check ID? This is so contradictory. You want to air for facts, but he told you guys he checked ID. Okay, Daddy Boy. I was in that live, but I didn't hear everything. Okay, that was a 5 or 6 hour live. Honestly, I was busy with my family, and on top of it, I ain't gonna lie. I know I had dozed off for a second. I already said that apparently he lied about something I didn't know about. I didn't know all those details, but what I can tell you is that he wouldn't let the other little girl go. So there was something. Maybe she had a fake ID, is what I mean. Like, y'all don't have fake IDs where y'all are. I know out here we do. So I'm thinking maybe she had a fake ID because the other little girl, he wouldn't allow her to participate because she didn't have an ID or whatever it was. So like I said, I'm not going to keep on speculating. I just want to wait for the facts. Either way, he going to be in trouble. And if he lied, then that's on him. If he was trying to make us to be a believer that he really do check IDs, you know, he didn't fucked around because that should have been, I mean, that to lie to us, it ain't gonna do us no good. It would do him good to be telling the truth. You know, wait a minute. Hey Hassan, I'm skipping over people, but anyway, I wanted to respond to that. I didn't know nothing about him saying, I'm just hearing people talk about an app. But whether he had an app or not, well, if he said he had an app and ran it, then yeah, he's fucking lying. But the reality is it was something that I'm assuming. Why would he not let one participate in spicy but the other? I don't know. That's why I said I want to hear the facts about that situation. Either way, that's his problem, not mine. Ain't nobody taking up for him. And for a bitch to sit up here and lie and say, I said that the girl is fast, that ain't never even came out of my motherfucking mouth. And ain't no receipt, nothing she could prove and show that I said some bullshit like that. Even if the girl is fast. You know, even on the other channel, they were saying, oh, she done did this more than once. Well, okay, well, I don't know nothing about that. So, no. Okay, so let me go back to where Anyway, yeah, this dude Jesse James said Detroit is the safest place in the world to live. Okay, well, she thinks so. Sheena's a whole motherfucking liar. Anybody, she only can fool these new people and then the people who up over there, because the reality is, when I was on her channel, don't think I didn't know she would be lying. But I sure wasn't going, you know what I'm saying, respond to the lies. I just be quiet about it. Don't think I didn't know she was lying, but she over there with these new people who's slow. Or I ain't gonna even say slow. Well, he's slow. But the other new people, they might not be slow, but they're unaware. So she's taking advantage and manipulating. She has to, just because she might not be trying to take advantage of kids. It's the same tactics. Her, Jesse James, Marcus, they all manipulators. They just find different type of victims. Now you all know that this LA vlog, to me, he kind of slow. You heard me? Like, come on. He's silly. And for him to never even, if a person already told you they ain't talked about you, she lying, and then you go and cuss the person out the second night, and you ain't asked for no receipts. You ain't tried to handle it differently. Okay, well, last night I cussed the woman out. She said it's not true. Hey, Jesse, where did she say that? Jesse ain't going to provide you no receipts. Jesse watching all of this, and she ain't going to screenshot nothing, but she going to be able to come and tell you everything? Make it make sense. He's slow. He is slow. Yeah, what I am and all that old crazy stuff. I can't even get to these comments, but Shinna is playing with the wrong Mother Hubbard. If she thinks she gonna sit up here and lie on me. And that's, if y'all listen, she was like, yeah, Jesse Jane and LA Vlog, y'all keep doing what y'all do. She ain't doing nothing but setting them up, using them to do her dirty work. So she gonna be over there, and that's going, you know what I'm saying? She gonna be over there, and they're gonna be like, oh, Shinna, they gonna find out, because we already know. I'm gonna sit back because I can't wait to laugh at this dumb shit. That's what I can't do. Let me go through these things. I did not anything about them men. She told them I called Troy's World on her. Right, and the reality is, speaking of that, hey, Nene Jones. Hey, Cop. Speaking of that, she's the one who called Troy's World lying on me, trying to tell Troy something where it was something similar that I said, but she didn't give all the information, and it was in response to something else, trying to tell Troy that I be talking about him, whatever. Even if I was, Troy has been on his panel, alluding that we called Marcus, which one of his content creators called Marcus, and all that bullshit. He has been insinuating that we get paid by Marcus. He's the one, you know what I'm saying? So even if I said it, who gives a fuck? But it's not true. And while they're so busy over there, they don't realize Troy is cool with Marcus. Troy get on there and put on his performance, but Troy go to Marcus's chat and sends him cash app. I mean, he might send him cash apps too, but he sends him super stickers. Vibes Queen shared one today. I shared one on my live. He just sent one about when Marcus was in Cancun a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, when he was with his daughter. Troy sent 2 super chats, not 1, 2. And I don't know why something told me to screenshot it, and I think it's because I noticed how people really, I'd be like, these people really think Troy and Marcus are enemies. So I was like, let me take, but I don't know why. I guess maybe me thinking one of the screenshots was enough. I should have took them, both of them that he sent them. He sent them 2 super chats back to back. I'm like, they slow. 1 minute, please. Hold on, y'all. Thank you for coming out, y'all. But like I said, I'm not. She gonna find out the hard way. Hey, Glossy, I see you too over here lying and shit. Now y'all know. So why does it matter if she lied? What facts? The facts is she is data boy. Exactly. She is 17. I'm trying to figure out, was he doing? I don't see. I shouldn't even have to explain this. Was it accidental or was it intentional? Was he trying to get with a 17-year-old, or was it something accidental due to deception? I mean, like, what part of that? I don't understand what it is. She's 17. He gonna be in trouble either way. So what if you decided? What if I came over to your house bothering you? Let me just see. I got to do now. This do it like and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I don't understand why we grown and we don't get what I'm saying. If I came to your house right now and harassed you, you took out your pow pow, and I got hit with a bullet. Would it look bad that I got, or not even went to your house? If I saw you on the streets, would it look bad that you took me out, or hurt me and shot me? Or wouldn't they want to? Wouldn't the details make you not look so bad? You gonna still spend time in jail anyway. But did you just do it just because, or did you do it because it was self-defense? Did he put this 17-year-old out here because he's a nasty freak and knew she was 17? Or was he under the impression that she was an adult? Is what I'm getting at. I shouldn't have to be explaining that. Was it manslaughter? Or did you just straight out take me out? I mean, like, I should, or did I act, speaking of that, like my neighbor, one of my old neighbors, he accidentally hit a car that was at a red light, and the car bumped into the pedestrian, and the pedestrian died. He had to go to court for it. Okay. And like, it was kind of unfair. He felt like they was being racist, but he had to spend a year in jail. So he spent a year in jail for the murder, but was it accidental? Or did he intentionally, or was he driving drunk and did he intentionally hit the woman? That's all I was trying to find out. I'm trying to find out where was Marcus's head. Was he being a whole freak? Yeah, they was young anyway, and he shouldn't be dealing with him because they just looking at it as, ooh, this guy gonna give us an Airbnb. We gonna have fun. But it is what it is. It's legal, morally correct. No, it isn't. I should not have to be explaining this to adults. Why I want the details. If I go to jail for receiving stolen property, did I know it was stolen, or was I didn't know and I just received it and bought it from somebody thinking I'm just buying something from them? I'm not gonna keep explaining. Put a one in the chat if you understand what I mean. Put a one in the chat. Anybody who will understand what I'm talking about, put a one in the chat. It ain't got either way. He's got to go to jail. But I want to know, was he being a deviant and nasty and knew the girl was 17, or was he tricked? What part of that is so hard to understand? That's why I said, okay, well, let me give him a benefit of the doubt, because I'm thinking, was this Mother Hubbard being nasty and trying to mess with a kid? Either way, he gonna be on trouble. And I'm glad now I know about the app. I didn't know about the app on the 5 or 6 hour live for vibes because I wasn't there to hear him when he said that. But I'm glad to know about it because I'm going to let my son know anytime he meet a female, he going to have to ask for ID and run that Mother Hubbard. So my baby won't be in trouble. And so people like you all who can't understand what I'm talking about when I say I want to giving a person the benefit of the doubt, he won't have to face nobody like that. And he's really innocent. Yeah, they don't look at both sides. And you know why? Because they ain't never been in no legal trouble. Wait till they get into some legal trouble. Like, I'm just the type, no, they ain't about no legal trouble. I want to look at both sides because I want to understand. I like to evaluate the entire situation at hand so that I could come up with a conclusion. One-sided shit, you know what I'm saying? That's somebody, that ain't me. I want to hear both sides of the story so that I can evaluate it. So I can figure out whose intent was wrong and who had good intention. So yeah, like I said, as far as running the ID, we know unless the girl has somebody else's ID, we don't know. I'm just speculating. So until I find out the facts, then I can be able to evaluate this specific situation at hand, because I haven't heard about him dealing with children under 18. And I said what the fuck I said. So I run a business that should be checking ID. I did not check, so it's nobody's fault but mine. Of course, his intent was wrong since he didn't check ID. I'm very much aware of that. I am very much aware of that. We need to know I want to know what kind of, it could have been an ID. It could have been her sister's ID. I don't know. That's the reason why. See, when you don't understand investigative work, and it ain't even about investigating. I really don't give a fuck to that. Let me just keep it all the way real. Marcus is in Atlanta. Y'all are so motherfucking invested. Like, to say that something he did something is one thing, but you all got your own community and you letting people just ride through. Because I know it's y'all bullshit and y'all not really for real. It's just something to be on this line talking about. Let's keep it all the way real. Because when you walk out this house, you don't give a damn. You ain't doing no volunteer work. None of that. Nobody, I bet you, in here that's acting like they so hardcore is really doing volunteer work, helping people who have been victims of things. They have no resume showing they've ever helped anybody. Y'all, so don't play with me like that. It's just something to talk about to keep you entertained. It's entertainment. These people's lives and unfortunes is entertainment for you all. Yeah, he's in trouble. I'm sure he is. They said that he retained an attorney, right? So he already knows. And I'm sure now Marcus ain't gonna talk because the attorney already told him don't even speak about it, which is smart. And that ain't what I'm saying. If he fucked up, he fucked up. Yeah, he was supposed to run the ID. I'm trying to figure out, did he intentionally know the girl was 17 or not? I just want to know details about it. Like, maybe y'all don't want to know details. You don't want to know all of what happened, but I do. I want to know from the beginning to the fucking end. Now, look what happened with Josias. He got put in jail for rape. For the most part, why I believed it is because we knew of situations where Josias was being accused by those women and how he was handling people and what he was doing. It took for somebody to request that video cam to discover that never happened. The police, basically, whoever who charged them with it, it was exaggerated. It was a lie. It was fabricated, not exaggerated. It was fabricated. So anyway, I ain't gonna keep on repeating. Like, I don't know what part of that don't nobody understand. No, they just want to take it and run with it, and then they sit up here and people who are slow who don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all deal with that crowd, like the crowd that Troy. I ain't gonna say everybody that's in Troy's crowd because people know better. But that shit that Troy is doing and that manipulation and shit, y'all go ahead. I already see what time it is. And like how he did the other night, nobody said, did that boy say, oh, it was a content creator who told Marcus all that? Or did I miss it? Because he went there showing his ass off and was like, which one of the content creators told Marcus or whatever he told him? Then when Big Tasty tried to tell him, oh, it was Juice, and she just tagged him, Juice explained it. He didn't go and say, oh, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I see Juice's comment. Juice Reveal said that she did tag Vibes Queen in it, and she tagged Marcus. She said, but also Juice Reveal said that when she tagged Marcus, he had already deleted all that stuff off his page. So we're going to assume that he already knew something. So when she tagged him, he already knew something already anyway. He didn't use his platform to do that because he want to use his platform for people to get attacked. He want to use his platform for some fucking content and to keep chaos going. I thought he was better than that. He ain't no better than Shinna over there. Like when she created a 2-hour live lying on are those anybody aware of that? Shinna went live one time and was lying on Troy and I, because the reality is Shinna playing it off, but she's jealous of the new people too, okay? She's already mentioned it one time and talked about the new people. She don't like the fact that the new people are on there and they're getting more views than her. Now she's trying to use Golden to get in the algorithm. Don't think she said it out of her own mouth with her big mouth ass in this video that she did today. Now, ain't that strange? While she was busy lying on me last year, okay, how come she didn't tell y'all that my daughter was touched on by my brother then? This is just a whole new storyline. Just get to spreading bullshit. But she gonna find out them lies is gonna get her in trouble. And like I said, she ain't did nothing but piggybacked off of King of Commentary because he mad because we found out about him fucking his niece. But he roaming around all through here and Shinna supporting him and everything else. Talking about the girl's an alcoholic. He the reason why she won. Period. Come off, y'all. Why are we talking about Uncle Troy? He ain't said nothing. Oh, no, 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 no. Your Uncle Troy definitely did. I wouldn't even be talking about your Uncle Troy. I was over there. I didn't even go over there a lot, but I was cool with supporting him. Because let's keep it. Speaking of your Uncle Troy is over there manipulating and misleading as well. Because he said he don't go to Vibes channel. Oh, yeah, he's been to Vibes' channel. And in fact, when he first got started, he used to share Vibes out and Vibes would share him out. Because Vibes has been knowing about your Uncle Troy before we knew about him. Vibes is the one who told me he came from the beef sector. But I'm hearing from somebody else, not Vibes, so let's clear it up. I'm hearing from somebody else. Let me say it again, because I don't want y'all to sit up there and lie and say Vibes said it, because she didn't. I'm hearing from somebody else Troy was a beef sector reject. Okay, so anyway, I heard he didn't even have that many people in his chat like that until he came over here at the B sector. But no, your Uncle Troy, he has commented on in Vibes' lives before. He's dropped down, if I'm not mistaken, in the chat. We got receipts. But he sat up there and said, oh, he had never been on Vibes when I was online with him. And yeah, Roach Arena, no, you didn't call. I called Troy because that Jessie Jane who keep lying, she called Troy that day. And that's when I called Troy. And was on there. And I was, and if y'all notice, I knew then when he let me go on for so long, I already knew what he was doing. But I was like, fuck it. I got his platform. I'm going to say what the hell I want to say. Because he don't never let nobody go on that long. He'll cut him off and go to the next caller or end it or whatever. All of a sudden, I'm able to talk on his platform for 22 minutes nonstop. I'm not stupid. So no, it wasn't her. It was me who on that platform. And that was because that bitch. And the thing is, she say stuff like it ain't receipts. I guess she know these people are too stupid to not go and look and say, well, wait a minute. She said Golden was on his platform, but wait a minute. She called him first and was talking about Golden. Jessie Jane is a liar. Y'all remember this name. Jessie Jane, for all the street sector people, is a liar. Okay? And her friend is Marcus's moderator. Opinionated News. But she keep talking about the mods and all this stuff. But she focus on your friend, Opinionated News, who calls Marcus her best friend. Like Shinna called Marcus her little brother. I call Marcus Marcus. Vibes calls Marcus Marcus. Okay? So yeah, your Uncle Troy, yeah, why would he say which one of y'all content creators? You didn't see that the other night? And then they started dropping down Vice Queen, Golden. And then a few might have said PI and sitting on satellite, but it was maybe Vice Queen. He did that on purpose to create trouble for people to keep attacking us. Nobody even said that a content creator is the one who told Marcus that shit. So where did he get that from to say that? Which one of you content creators? It's just like that flying monkey bullshit. I posted it on my wall. You know, your Uncle Troy is messy as fuck, and your Uncle Troy is cool with Marcus. Okay? So why they thinking Troy is so against him? No. Have Troy explain why he cool with Marcus and be sending Marcus super chats. He ain't gonna explain it because he know them dummies ain't gonna care anyway. Okay, let me read these comments. And Monkey Speaks don't even have a valid excuse for doxing. No. And she's mad because I gave her info to Nola. I did it because she doxed you for no reason and she refuses to accept the fact. Yeah, I just was like, it was just a situation where we was just going to separate. I was really done with her. I was tired of her. I was tired of the line. I was sorry she kept manipulating. Remember the time before that, I stayed quiet and she was trying to put me in the mix using me to get advice. I don't like that kind of shit. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to have to just let her go. Like she lies and I already know she's dishonest and shit. But I can't keep being bothered and sitting with nobody like her. That's going to, especially when you put me in the mix and trying to create trouble. So because I didn't want to be her friend no more, that's just the only thing I could think of. She decided she wanted to do that. There was no other valid reason. Send this part to Jesse Smollett. Troy been lame from the jump. See, I don't really know much about Troy. I thought maybe he was a cool guy initially. Like, I don't know. Hello, Patricia Fleming, Corey Jackson, Rosha. 219 Lady Marcus is wrong. Point blank. He always messed with Ant about his age. He used to say, "Tell me the year you were born, why he didn't do that with the young lady." Hey, that would be a question you have to ask him, but he was probably joking with whatever he was doing with Ant. That wouldn't even been a good thing to tell me what year you were born, because apparently she told him the year she was born and it ain't so. So no, he needed the ID. So him asking the young lady when she was born, I think he did ask her on live. Didn't she say 2009? 2000, I don't know. Anyway, that wouldn't have made much of a difference either. He needed to see that ID. And he needed to run it on that app like he said he did. From what you all have said. I'm going by what you all said, and I'm going to trust it. Because I didn't hear him say it. And even though I was on that live and on that panel, I was not there for 5 to 6 hours straight. And if you notice, I wasn't doing a lot of talking. Well, you got to call it for what it is. That was shady what Troy did. Yeah, it was. He also sent cash apps to Marcus. See, I don't know about that. I think I do kind of know. Right. So if he's sending all these cash apps and super chats, you mean to tell me he ain't cool with him? Yeah. What content creator tipped off Marcus? How did he come up to a conclusion there was a content creator instead of saying what person? So a content creator meant that it was only a few people who it could have been. And he knew that they would go after Vibes because they've been going after Vibes with her being a moderator. He's been going after Vibes in a slick way. I'm just his moderator. Just like I gave Copper a wrench. I think I gave her one. Mimi and Pooh. So what I do on this app, they ain't got shit to do with. They not in my home. They don't got no control of what I do. They just here moderating, helping me out. What the fuck does that have to do about what I do out on the streets and who I talk shit to? No, Troy ain't innocent. Okay, what he did to Yarvo last night was diabolical. I don't even know what he did to. I got to go back then. Yeah, he's low key trolling. But I mentioned that the other time. I said I see Troy be clowning. He be acting like he for real, but he be really clowning. And I had said that on that live that day. I realized that's what he does. But his people don't realize that. It's just like the day when Marcus had kind of like threatened to sue. I think it was about that virus stuff, right? And then Troy, the next day, Troy was acting like he took off from work to go see an attorney. He was all looking all, whatever it was. He even did a video and people was all falling into that. But he went to, no, the reality is he had already had an appointment to see a dentist before that even took place. So he didn't take off to go look for an attorney or call around for attorneys. He took off to go get his teeth checked. But them people fell for that shit and was believing it. That's why I tried to question Ola to see how it played out with Marcus finding out she's a runaway. Oh, see, that's a whole nother story. Like Vibes, for those who were on Vibes, go over to Vibes, where Ola, they already knew who Ola was. He should have listened to the girls and stayed one more week. Which girls? So anyway, you all, this Shinna, she ain't about to play with my family like that, for real. Like, and then here it is. Like I said, if that was the case, that would have definitely been something like what she was adding on and making up lies before. She would have added that one in too. Like her brother messed with her daughter. Now that's some stuff that came in commentary. And that's what's weird. Let me tell you what's weird about this situation. King of commentary has been roaming these streets. First of all, he's going to try to say something about me. If you notice, he's scared of the dudes. He'll act like I'm going to be ignoring them. I ain't even giving them my energy when it comes to Nola. But when somebody else brings up the situation, he's focused on the females because he's a woman abuser. Okay. He's a woman and child abuser. Okay. Period. He hangs out in Sheena's chat. Okay, and Shinna go over to his channel. They ain't said nothing about this dude and his niece, who is also his wife. They're still married. She came on the panel. She talked to Nola. Nola played the recordings. She has spoken with Copper. She reached out to Vibes. Vibes didn't reach out to her. And to clear that up about the kids, I'm sick of all of that shit too, because a child can be interviewed if they hit a certain age, and there's nothing illegal about it. When my friend's daughter, who's in high school, there was a kid who had OD'd in the bathroom. The news reporters came up to the school, and her daughter was on the news. They didn't say, "Oh, we need to talk to your mama before we interview you." It's nothing illegal about it. But Vibes did not do all of that, and Vibes has showed receipts, and it's wrong for people to keep spreading that false narrative. That girl, the mother reached out to Vibes. And she said that her daughter wanted to come on her panel because the nigga was ignoring them. Shinna was in the chat the next day when he ignored his daughters. And she was like, "Wow, Kang." He was acting like he didn't see them girls in the chat the next day. Okay? And he want to sit up here and lie about the ages. The girl said he started grooming her at the age of 14. Yes, king of commentary, who's in the street sector, who everybody like, you know what I'm saying? Acting like this shit that he does and what he says is credible. Yeah, king of commentary. His wife, his niece. She started off as his niece and ended up as his baby mama and then his wife. She said that he got her a cell phone at the age of 14, and nobody's even listening to this to even pay attention. Like, if somebody does this to your child, like, this is the signs of a groomer. This is the reason why, and this is what makes it so crazy, is these people follow him, and he be talking about Marcus like crazy, and this nigga then created 4 babies with his niece, okay, who is also his wife. Currently, they just ain't together. He want to talk about this girl is a drunk, but he don't want to tell the reason why. She's probably a drunk because of the trauma that he caused and the abuse beginning at the age of 14. He gonna keep on playing with y'all with these numbers. First they said 14, then they said 16, then they said 8. No, there's something behind each one of those numbers. He started the grooming at 14. His daughters said that their grandmother told them that around the time when the grandmama didn't initially know, okay, at the age of 14, they were sneaking and he was grooming her. So now her mother knows, and the grandmother, his daughter said it on the recording, it's receipts, that their grandmother told them that when their mama was 16 years old, she used to run off with their grown man ass dad, king of commentary. And they would have to go and try to look for her and bring her back. So that's still underage. And at the age of 18, she had a baby by him. With 18, 19, or she got pregnant at 18. And he eventually married her after the auntie divorced him. So his children are siblings and cousins too. That's why we used to call him Uncle Daddy. So anyway, I think it's strange that it's a real PDF within this community and you ignore that. But like I said before, don't come playing with me about this because I'm a moderator. I can be matter of fact, Feisty just made me a moderator, but I told her to take the wrench because I'm not a good moderator. Everybody knows I never wanted to be a moderator. I moderate for people because they gave me the wrench and I don't mind supporting them. Period. But Shinna speaks, bitch, you gonna stop playing with me. Matter of fact, let me let you know now, a cease and desist. Bitch, Shinna speaks, Shinna Randolph, aka Shinna speaks. I'm giving you notice right now. If you ever spew another fucking lie about myself and my fucking family, trust and do believe, you gonna find your ass in the court of law. And you might still do. I'm gonna have to sleep on this because, bitch, I didn't give you enough motherfucking chances. Bitch, you're not going to use my name for your cash apps so you can go back to Chicago. You're not going to use my name to get back in the algorithm. Okay, bitch? I'm not playing with you. And don't think that you thinking because you about to move, can't nobody find you to serve you, bitch. There's always a way. Okay? There's always a way. Period. So, like I said, this bitch had a lot of fucking nerves to come on live because what she doing is that she saw this LA vlog with his slow ass over there getting played by Jesse James. So they've been talking about me on their lives. Although he claimed they ain't said my name or whatever. Or claimed that, like, wait a minute, let me back it up. The night Rena went on Vibes' panel and was sharing with Vibes about what was going on, he apparently didn't like it. Like, and like he's so fucking innocent. Like he ain't been over there talking about me or allowing somebody over there to talk about me or talk about Rena. And the thing is that it's a whole big lie. I never specifically said anything about that dude. I really didn't know anything went down with him and Yarvo. I just thought it was like a mutual thing where they was going, he was just cleaning up his channel. But I know they talked about that bitch Jesse Jane. And from what I was told, didn't hear it, but it was something about Marcus and his kids or something. She said, what if it was something like that? But if it was LA Vlog, then it was LA Vlog. But didn't nobody call your fucking name, nigga, and I'm sick of you. Now, ask Jessie Jane about her friend who's Marcus's moderator, Opinionated News, who's Marcus's best friend. That's what you do. Let her explain that. She can call him. She can call Opinionated for you. Because they got each other's numbers. Don't come fucking playing with me over here. And I ain't trying to get Opinionated in the mix, but it's the truth. She is his moderator. And she apparently is Jesse's friend. And she does have Jesse's phone number. So Jesse, bitch, you better stop fucking playing. You're mad because Vibes booted your ass up off that channel and panel. So now you're on a fucking, now you go out to try to build a hate train. All of y'all are just like Marcus. You want to talk about Marcus, but you recognize the same traits that's in Marcus is in you. Trifling. Manipulative. That's why y'all so fucking mad, because you see it in yourselves. Again, I never said anything bad about LA or Kenyon. Me either, Rena. But y'all not going to be disrespectful and threatening on YouTube. And I was so shocked when Keon, and it wasn't even for certain until you mentioned how he did you. When that day when LA was talking crazy to me because of this shit this bitch Jesse Jane said, all of a sudden I thought it was Keon, but I was like, nah, because I couldn't believe it. Like, I speak to him in PI's chat and everything. It was like he was a whole follower. Like, he riding, like, doing, like, the most. Like, I ain't never seen so many dudes, like, doing the most, swinging and fighting a woman. It's just wild, crazy to me how people want to beef with people because who they associate with instead of focusing on the person you don't like. Right. See, they different from me. If you all remember, when I was cool with Vibes Queen, I was also cool with Monkey Speaks. Okay? I knew how to, you know what I'm saying? And when I knew, even when I would be in those chats and stuff, I knew how to just get along with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And but I'm that's a bad example. Anyway, yeah, you're right, Copper. I didn't, that was a bad example. How I was going to give that example. Never mind, y'all. But anyway, I ain't gonna be on here for too long. But this bitch gonna stop playing with my motherfucking name. Period. She gonna stop playing with my motherfucking name and my motherfucking family. And bitch, that bitch, she's so fucking jealous of my fucking daughter. It must be. Because the day when she did that, why did she have to even post my daughter up publicly? See what it was? She was mad because her ugly ass daughter had been posted. Okay? Now, Shinna, what you can go ahead and tell them is how you supported R. Kelly. Okay? See, we didn't know nothing about you. And when until the R. Kelly sector came over here trying to tell us about you, Shinna. Okay, y'all remember Willie Smith? Y'all remember, yeah, jealousy for real. Y'all remember Willie Smith? Willie Smith tried to tell us. And she kept saying, that's just my troll. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Come to find out, some more R. Kelly people, and they are busy telling it. She supported R. Kelly. And she would support Marcus with anything. It does, even if it wasn't an accident. Let's just say we found out Marcus knew the girl was 17 and he was just being a nasty freak. If Marcus wouldn't have separated himself from her, she would still be supporting him. Even knowing that he meant to be nasty and mess with a kid. This some throwback age shit. Let me put my nose back on my face. Troy looked like Steve Harvey. Y'all crazy. I'm telling you, this bitch better stop playing with me. And them people that believe that shit, like the new ones, they don't know that she's a liar. But they'll find out. They will find out. All they got to do is listen enough. She contradicts herself. She'll say one thing and then it'll be something else. You know what I'm saying? Just all they got to do is pay attention to her. And all they got to do is pay attention to what the people are saying about her being a liar. Tell them to go over there to the R. Kelly sector. They'll let you know how they feel about Shinna Speaks. So while they sitting over there trying to play games with my name because I was a moderator, they actually over there supporting a bitch who supports people who abuses kids. That's what they don't know. Hold on, y'all need to get off Troy. He showed his face on live. We don't know. None of these people look like. Stop with Troy. You don't have to know what a person look like. If they, Troy's the one who's alluding that people are doing things. You don't have to know what a person look like. He could be on camera all day long. That don't make him credible. That don't make him be a upstanding man. What he's doing, I thought he was, but what he's doing online, or even if he's trolling, you know, everybody ain't looking at his trolling. They're believing it, and they like flying monkeys, like the ones he keep talking about, where he uses them to come attack folks. Hey, Vibes. How you doing? Garden Fairy. Anyway, what your Troy top lip already hung from running his mouth. Y'all stop. They probably say stuff about me running mine too. I'm an entertainer. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off. Hey, D-Rugs, I know I missed some people because I can't. I'm going to get this together on learning how to run a panel or running a live and reading the chat at the same time. But that bitch, she had a lot of damn nerves. A lot of nerves. Stephanie Abrams, hello. Good God Almighty, I have never seen nothing like this, and I don't think nobody wants to be like Marcus, a man that do what he does to people, children. That's the problem with me. Nobody might not want to be like Marcus, but they might want to be like him because he got 200 and something subscribers, and they start counting his change on how much he make on his videos. Not necessarily, they might not want to be him. They might want to be his pocket. See, you might not necessarily want to have everything a person is doing, but I don't know who said that, like who want to be like Marcus. But anyway, Troy might want to be like Marcus, but not in the way like you're saying. Maybe not the part where he's, you know what I'm saying, doing all this stuff with these women. But there might be other things, qualities that he might see as a quality. You know, well, but I could just tell you this much. Troy and Marcus are not enemies like people think. I could tell you that much. So I'm going to go ahead and get off here. And let me just now, since she wanted to put up money don't make me, I make it. That's why what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, definitely. And all money ain't good money. All these creators are frauds. They all support the P-file. Well, George Cameron, I wouldn't say that they frauds, all of them, but you're supporting it when you're giving commentary on it. Because when you're supporting it means you're watching it and your people are watching it and you're giving commentary and you're making money from the same stuff that you say you hate. So if it's somebody who is a PDF and you're going live talking about them and then going live and you're bringing on all the victims, you know, you're benefiting from it as well. You know, some have good intentions and some have greed and bad intentions. So but what they could do is, if they're making all this money, the ones who say they just so hate them and they're making the money, how about take half the money and donate it to a cause? I come to wake people up and I don't watch ASI. Okay, well, it's good you're waking them up, but I think they're already awake. I think they're already awake. Like, this is nothing new. We've been finding out. We've been knowing about stuff Marcus has been doing since 2022 with Monique. And how? That's another thing. She gonna say that I didn't never supported Monique. Oh yes, I did. I got cash apps to prove it. I definitely got cash apps to prove it. And all this stuff she talking. That was another thing about me sending Marcus stuff. She just saying anything to help Marcus with doxing this and that. Y'all ain't never even heard Marcus talk about nobody he was doxing, or talk about nobody whose information he needed and all that. This bitch is just a whole liar. And in her, and she ain't gonna be able to prove and show none of that shit either, because it's a lie. She is a lie. Exactly. We all dirty. Let's keep it all the way real. She didn't support Monique because she wasn't even around. She was in the R. Kelly sector. Marcus, like he did that other one, Marcus is the one who introduced us to Monkey Speaks. Marcus introduced us to Shinna. Around the time, we didn't know who knows Shinna. Shinna wasn't around. Let's keep it all the way real. She really don't know nothing about Monique. She came in on the end of about Monique. We were there in the beginning, from when he interviewed Monique. I'll never forget it, because when he interviewed Monique and he was like that she was from Los Angeles, I kind of felt like there was a connection with me and Monique, because most of his interviewees are from up north, back east, other places. It's not many of them that are from California. And so I listened at, and then for her to be like from LA County, Compton area, that was like close to home. And then remember, like maybe like a few days later or something, Monique came in the comments section telling everybody about Marcus. And she got our attention. You remember, Dirty was there. Mocha was there. Okay. Shinna wasn't around. We didn't know who no fucking Shinna was. And then everybody started telling Monique she should get a channel. I actually subscribed to Monique, right? And I was listening to her story. She created a video and was telling us how it all happened. Of course, now we know it wasn't all the way, it was she didn't give us all the details, but that's okay. She told us what happened, and we were following her, and we started supporting her. In the beginning, I don't think Monique was trying to be scamish. But once she started seeing how easy it was, that's when she started lying and getting money. Trying to get more money. But in the beginning, I don't think that was her intent, because people was telling her, you should get a page. You should get a page. And then she turned her little channel into, she turned her little YouTube into a channel. Yeah, we all helped Monique. Didn't nobody say nothing about, I helped Monique get no motherfucking 3 cars. I'd be a damn fool to sit up there and help Monique get damn 3 cars. We. Teamwork. Yeah, we. But out of that, Monique got 3 cars. She was staying at the Hyatt hotels. She was staying. Remember, it was one hotel where somebody paid for a whole month, and then come to find out the manager said Monique was hoeing in it, out of it, something. It was some riffraff going on. She became just like the Mink crew before it was all over. Scamming. Right. But hey, D Shields. In the beginning, I don't believe Monique was scamming. You know what I'm saying? She just, I don't think, but once she realized how easy it was, because everybody was giving her love. She was like the very first one. Like Marcus had cash apps up, all that, where you send a cash app. But we actually, because she was like, told us a story about what Marcus did, we was upset. We were upset about what he did to that girl. We didn't know she stole from her and all them other details, to make him not want her in his house no more. But the thing is, we was upset about that whole situation. She said he propositioned her, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, she ended up being a scamish, and we started talking about it. Like, hold up, like we supposed to. She ain't about to just come over here and then we sitting over here helping her. Now she lying to get money and all that kind of stuff. She's still in the same situation, still over there. Everybody is against her. Everybody, it's the same. Now I'm really believing. At first, I was, and I do believe some of it is game and con artist stuff, but it got to be something wrong with her to keep going like this. Like, it's definitely mental health, but it's a combination of mental health and she also knows what she's doing. But anyway, you all, I'm about to get on off of here. I appreciate. Why is everyone getting mad with one another? Marcus did this mess to himself. He made his bed, so lay down in it. But they are about to make an example of his behind. Well, they need something to have an issue with. They want beef. Exactly. Marcus said she stole, but it was edibles. She took the edibles for pay. He ain't want to pay her. The pay was that she was gonna stay there. He was gonna let her stay there, but she stole. So when she stole the edibles, I guess he was like, "Oh, I got a thief in the house." So he had to let her go. You know, and she was jealous too. Can you and Sheikah make up, please? Hell no. I don't need to be bothered with somebody like that. She's too trifling. She could just stay over there, but the bitch ain't gonna keep on trying to defame me and my family and trying to publicly do it. Like, it don't even matter with these people at the end of the day. Like, they don't know me, but it's just the principle and the fact that that's part of encouraging people to attack me and have a situation to run me up off of this internet. So anyway, yeah, so Monique, she used to get jealous about when she heard about Yana. I had to tell her one day because she was mad because she had found out Yana got all these couple of $1,000, right? And I told Monique, I said, "Why are you so mad? What you mean?" I said it, and it took her several months to get them thousands. You would have been in that same position if you wouldn't have stole the edibles. Monique would have been right there with him, like how Yana was. But once he realized he had a thief, he couldn't keep her in that house. So anyway, you all, I'm gonna go on and get on off of here. But that, you know what, ain't gonna keep playing with me and my name. Like, here, she wants to get in the algorithm. And what it is, I'm gonna tell y'all, she's been on this hate train for Marcus, right? And she's been getting a lot of views, more than usual, right? But if you notice, she ain't been really getting many views lately. And after so long, that's what I'm saying. After so long of talking about Marcus, how long y'all gonna talk about Marcus? We went on this shit for a whole year. They would go live and we'd be all in the chat section going and going and going and talking about Marcus and agreeing. I mean, like, stop talking about it and be about it. And the ones that's way far, thousands of miles away, either you gonna bring your ass and be an advocate, or you gonna shut the fuck up and watch them do the work. I ain't about to just sit up here and talk about no motherfucking Marcus all motherfucking day, every goddamn day, to the day I take my last breath. It's too many other motherfucking things I could be talking about. And the thing is that look at your own community. They got Marcuses sitting right there next to you. So run up on them people, but you're not. You gonna just only do it. I guess Marcus is convenient because you can be behind a computer screen. Them people down there, right there in Atlanta, said it. Hey, Contagious. Those people down in Atlanta right now who say they live in Atlanta, but you won't even see them going live trying to run after Marcus. It's somebody from all over, thousands of miles away, chasing Marcus. Like I said, Marcus, he gonna have to just deal with whatever comes with it. Period. And the reality is people tried to warn him. Copper tried to tell him, give him some information. He told us that he had retained an attorney. I believe that he might have to get the site going. But the reality is that somebody giving you legal advice and you receiving it is two different things. And following it, that greed will do it. And I kept saying that he was being greedy, like all that he was doing, just chasing that money, and just doing the most. So as far as when you guys said that he said that there was an app, we know he lied. Unless, I ain't gonna say 100%, he lied unless she provided him with somebody else's ID. I don't understand why y'all don't know nothing about that, because I know damn well when before I hit 21, there was several people who I knew who had fake IDs. One of my friends had her friend's sister ID to get in the clubs. So I'm taking all those kind of things in consideration. But if that shit didn't happen, then he just lied and took a chance, or he didn't give a fuck and knew she was 17. I don't know. That's why I said I like to wait to get all the details. Either way, he gonna have to pay the price. The app, you still have to take a selfie for facial recognition. Okay, I think I've taken something like that before. I think I've done that when I had to. It's like you take the front of your ID, your back of your ID, and then sometimes you got to take your face. I think I did one of those not long ago for something. But like I said, I didn't even hear him say all of that. Wait a minute, what you say, D? I always kept a fake ID, honestly. I know several people who did. And that's why I said that LA vlog, why he keep hanging out at MacArthur Park, right there on Alvarado, they was known for selling fake IDs. I remember I had went up over there with somebody one time at a check casher place, and they was the Mexicans or just people. They'll be coming up to you, and I'm telling you, I was tempted, but I knew that there was the undercovers that had been busting people. And I'm like, shoot, they ain't about to bust me. They would like be soliciting you. And then you go, it was like probably a little place somewhere nearby where you go in there, you get your fake ID, you pay them so much money. And the reality is this new app, I don't care what they come out with. It's going to be a scammer who's going to find a way around it. Just like how they came out with this app where you can scan the ID and figure out who is who and these real IDs. Trust me, even with these real IDs and all this, it's going to be somebody who's going to find a way around it. If they ain't already dead. In the 90s, we used to get it from 42nd Street in Manhattan. Using the DMV site is much more efficient and it doesn't cost anything. See, I don't know that you could use the DMV site. But anyway, hi, keeping it real. I know I missed some people, so I'm going to tell you all hi now. Mocha, Contagious. Okay, I already spoke to you all. Rena, that boy T, JR. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to go on and get up off of here. And I ain't going to keep going back and forth with this B because she needs to, like she said, get in the algorithm. Not with my name. You're going to get your ass in the algorithm, all right. But it ain't going to be the way you plan on it. It's going to be the algorithm of a bitch trying to slander somebody, and now the bitch got to pay for it. And the bitch who think because she broke and poor, she ain't going to never have to pay. That tripped me out of these people who think because they on SSI or something, or they don't have no money, that you can sue me if you want. You can't get nothing. Okay. All right. Unless you plan on being broke for the rest of your goddamn life. But I ain't going to tell you how I know how to get some money. Keep playing with it. I'd never tell you. Never. You'll be really on here hustling. Did y'all see her the other week hustling for money to move? She needed $400. Next thing you know, she ended up in Chicago. She's a scammer, manipulative. Take care, Golden, and have a good evening. Yeah, all she does is lie, and it's going to bite her flat booty at the end of the day. It is. But you all, I'm going to get on off here because I know there's going to be a lot of people going live with some tea and some gossip about these characters, as y'all call them, what, the Meek crew or whatever. Thank you. There you go, Mocha. Chewbacca. I said, I'm going to tell you this story one more time before I end. I I didn't even know what tobacco was. And when I saw it, girl, I rolled. So, yeah, gossiping. So I'm going to go on and get off, y'all. Thanks for coming out. And you all enjoy your evening. And I'll see you in somebody else's chat. Talk to y'all later. And thanks for moderating for me. I don't know if y'all had to kick anybody out or anything, but good looking out, everybody. Talk to y'all later. Bye.